As a young gay male, I've had a hard time with pride because I'm very proud of my sexuality, but I'm also a turtle that doesn't like to party or celebrate. So it put me in a tough spot. So I moved to the city just about a year ago today, right before Pride, which was a lot of pressure for a young gay male. And to be honest, from the beginning, I did not have high hopes. I really had no friends in the city and a lot of IKEA furniture to build. So I didn't see the weekend going very many places. And then at the midnight hour, Sunday night, my friend calls me and is like, please leave your house this weekend. And she was like, I have a friend, she's a manager at my restaurant, she's leaving, so we're gonna close down the restaurant. It's going to be so nice, open bar, like 10 people. It's going to be great. And I was like, okay, that sounds like my speed. And so then I'm on my way there, and she texts me and says, get here now, Cuba Gooding Jr.'s here. And I said, at the time, I was like, okay, well, I know Cuba Gooding Jr. is like a drug name, but I don't know which drug, so it's gotta be, woo! I don't know if he had, maybe it was like a Coke, maybe it's Coke. And so then I remember thinking like, oh my God, like, here I am, Midwestern kid, moved to the city, going to a bar, I'm gonna do cocaine. I get there, it's like a cozy West Village bar, low lighting, overstuffed couches, open bar, 10 people, one of them being Cuba Gooding Jr. And here's why it was so weird. So nobody, this was like a private going away party for this girl. They closed the restaurant down. Nobody knew how he got there. Nobody knew him. And it was a small group, it was like 10, 15 people, and we were like, all right, if you hadn't won an Oscar, someone probably would have been like, who are you and please leave, but he had won an Oscar, so we just kind of adopted him into the party.
Just gotta go faster.
And so then we are, to be honest, it felt like it was a prophet because nobody knew where he came from. And we were all just sort of so confident in him and just cheering him on so hard. For example, there was a girl standing next to her boyfriend. Cuba walks up and sidles up beside her, gives her butt a little squeeze, and she was thrilled. She was thrilled. And then she leaned over, told her boyfriend, and he gave her a high five. We were all on Team Cuba. All on Team Cuba. And so then, oh my God, what happened? I remember the girl leaving the manager, standing there, giving a tearful, goodbye to her employees, and I look over and Cuba Gooding Jr. is there, just like raising a glass. And so then I strike up a conversation with him, and we're doing great. I'm doing great, guys. We've got a great rapport going. He really, he starts talking to me about his wife and his kids. I start giving him advice, which I'm very qualified to do. I'm pretty sure he's about to ask me to babysit his kids, and here's where the real twist comes in. So he's pointing at my friend who invited me, and he goes, "That's a real woman right there. That's an amazing woman. That's my kind of girl." And then I think to emphasize the point, he just kisses me on the mouth. Just gives me a smooch. And thank you. I was like Midwestern little gay kid, and I moved to New York, and then kissed Cuba Gooding Jr. First New York kiss was Cuba Gooding Jr. I was so happy that my friend saw it because I really, really didn't. I was like, did it actually happen? Like, did he actually kiss me? And she was like, yeah, why did he kiss you? And I was like, yeah, I don't know. And so then things kind of went downhill from there. He like got in a text fight on his phone and then kind of pouted, and then he left without saying goodbye to anybody. But it really, it kind of set the tone for me. For New York, I've been here a year. I moved here as an introvert. I really didn't, like to meet people out at parties. And I started with that as my first weekend in New York. And it's done a lot for me. And Cuba has really, I don't know, he taught me how to be confident in myself.